Can you say this is Wes from Weston's Lawn Care? Can you say Daddy's Lawn Care? Can you say something? Eating. He's too busy eating. Oh, there's Kane. Wants to have some attention. I think he wants food. I think he wants food. Are you gonna give him food? Yeah. What's up, internet? It is oil change day. So we're just doing the oil change on the 3500. This old beat up thing. But I just get whatever is cheapest. Usually I get Castrol, but they didn't have any Castrol in the regular oil or conventional oil, as they say. And then for oils or filters, I just say give me the most expensive one. Usually the most expensive one they have there, I go to AutoZone, has the silicone seals and the better quality filter. I don't go out of my way to go order the best one out there, but I do just say give me the most expensive one, and most likely it's the one that is better built. You don't want to go cheap on oil filters, but that being said, I'm not going to break my back for a truck that has 220,000 miles on it. It's 20 years old, so I just say give me the most expensive one, and then the oil has to be at a certain there's regulations that it has to be in the United States, that it has to be a certain quality. So really any oil is not going to harm it. I just change it every 4,000 or 5,000 miles, and then we're on our way. Benefit of having a truck is you don't have to jack anything up. This one's always a little bit difficult to get to. Got the drive shaft right there. It's right under there. You can hear my neighbor, he's building a shed over there. He started building the shed. About a week later, I bought a framing nailer. I was like, oh crap, he could have used that. I even offered it to him afterwards. The guy, I'm at the finishing parts of it, so he can't use it, but that's the way life goes. Here we go. Break the nut. Oh goodness. I should break the bolt. I just said nut. I meant bolt. How dare I use the wrong language. And out she comes. A whole 7 quarts is coming out of this one. While we're waiting for it to drain, I figured I'd just show you the engine. Just a 454 big block V8. It's got 20 years on it. Still runs. Why get rid of it? Put a new battery in this year, and this part was just shot, and so I had to replace it. Now, when I replace my battery terminals, I replace it with this style here, the marine style, I believe is what it's called. I like this the best because you can make sure you have a good connection. You just crush that air on the wires there, and then if you ever have to disconnect the battery, it's just a wing nut, and all you have to do is pull that out and just slip it right back on. I like that a lot. So that's what I do when I change out my battery terminals. In fact, if I have time and have nothing to do, I'll even just do it on a car that I have, because I just like that so much better. It's so much easier. You tighten it, you got good connections, and you don't have to sit there and get a wrench every time and to undo that. So that's what I do. I just left this one here because it's fine. And maybe in the future, here in the winter, I'll get bored, I'll change that one out too. But that's what I do. I like that. And also, you don't have to stick it all in one area, and then, like, as you can see, this kind of bent the way it is. I wouldn't have to sit there and try to bend it back and forth. I can let it sit naturally. So that's kind of why I like that. But yeah, there's my engine bay. I mean, nothing special. This is the engine that gives you 8 miles a gallon, so yay! There you have it, the oil change on the 454. Now, the thing a little bit about this engine is it burns about a quart of oil for every 1,000 miles. And I know some of your whippersnappers out there will think, you know what, if it burns oil, all I have to do is add oil and change a filter. Don't do that. Don't do that. You still have sludge in your engine. You still have sludge at the bottom of the pan that needs to be drained. Just change it. Oil is cheap, engines are expensive. And if you're a new guy and you got an old truck, you want that truck to run as best as you can, and you don't want to spend a whole bunch of money until you have to, until you buy that new truck, until you buy that new mower or whatever it is. So just change the oil. Just change the oil. And I know it's tempting. It's like, you know, maybe I'll just change a filter out, drain a quart out, and then put a new one. No, no, no. There's no need to do that. Just change oil. Oil is cheap. Engines are expensive. Well, what else is there to say?